So, Morgan, drum roll. And what is today?
Ask Tina.
Fantastic, Morgan. So, in that you can't hand me a card, why don't you tell me what the question is today?
Our question today comes from an anonymous father. I have been a single dad since I was 22. It's been 9 years now and it's driven me insane. Last year, I finally got a glimpse of freedom by the way of having my child live with a godparent. I don't have any family and the other parent is absent and non-existent in my child's life. I fought for custody because I thought it was the right thing to do. Now, I find myself stuck between myself and my child. Help.
Yeah. Oh, anonymous father, I feel for you. And full disclosure, Morgan has shared with me that there are other things that you've shared about yourself in your life. And so here's what I offer. Parenting is a really challenging thing. It's demanding, and it uses you in ways that you're not taught to be used. And when you come from a family background and environment where you didn't learn the behavior of good, solid, loving parenting, parenting can be even more challenging. And so I know that your background was full of hurt and challenges. And the most important thing for us to remember, and then always come back to, always pull our attention back to, is the importance of having a sense of possibility. And right this moment, your question, your share feels like you're alone and it feels dark. So I would recommend that you find ways to poke light into your situation. The more light you can get into the situation, the greater sense of possibility you can have. And here are some suggestions that come to my mind. Number one is you can seek out a parenting group. Fathers parenting their children, single fathers parenting their children. I'm sure that a group like that will help you to see that some of your frustrations and your experiences are normal, and then even give you ways to be with this situation in more comforting ways. So that's one thing I would do. Another thing that I would do is I would encourage you to adopt the idea that your life is perfectly ordered, divinely ordered. And if it is divinely ordered and your life is meant to be a place where you can thrive, you can start to ask yourself better questions. Instead of feeling like a victim of your circumstances, you can actually begin to ask the thriving self question of how you can use these circumstances to grow into the most fulfilled, better iteration of yourself. Even asking that question inserts into your dark perspective at a new light. The idea that there is a possibility of your growing into a better iteration of yourself, that there is a possibility of you experiencing a more fulfilled experience. If you don't leave room for those possibilities, then the mind's tendency to wrap itself around darkness and a problem will just guide you. you need to interrupt that tendency with a solid goal, purpose, and intention for yourself. So you could ask yourself, how do I turn this into a sense of purpose that feels like, that feels good, that feels rewarding? You can take that question and write it, over and over and over again. That exercise will leave you more vulnerable and more open to answers coming in. And I would, I would support yourself with some sort of, if not just a support class or a support group, check out a therapist and just have a place to talk about the childhood that you've experienced and how you want to make sure that going forward, you pay something richer, pay something more loving, pay something more fulfilling forward. You're in a situation that is going to take time to maneuver, but you have everything inside of you necessary to do this. And you can adopt the belief that you can have a greater sense of reward and more fun and feel fulfilled at the end of this journey. You get to choose your experience. And then, the Inner Fitness Project, our workouts, therapy, my book, The Little Book of Big Lies, which will help you see the lies that your childhood may have told you, and that being a single parent may have told you, and help you dismantle those lies. You've got work to do. And that work is going to be there to be done, whether you are active in your child's life or not. So don't think that if, in fact, you just step away from parenting, you're going to be happy. There's work you must do. There's a sense of possibility you must build inside of yourself. And that is the case no matter what. But you can do it. I'm rooting for you. That's our Ask Tina for today.